is going. If we have crying kids, it's going to be hilarious. My kids, I can hear mine upstairs.
I like rush mine to bed since Dad's not home right now.
Okay, it says we are live.
Oh, good.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, no.
Does it show we are live?
I haven't gotten the notification yet, so.
I'm going to watch from my phone and watch me be live on my Facebook page.
Oh, I see it now.
Is it? There we go. Hello, everyone. Hi, Renee. Thank you for live on my Facebook joining. We have a couple of people tuning in. Hello. As you can see, I am Tiffany, but I'm not Tiffany Higgins. So good evening. I am Tiffany Ware. I am our community manager for this awesome Have Your Cake and Eat It Too Facebook page. I am also a mom of 3. And I also do some of our discovery calls with you guys. So thank you for joining me. We also have Eileen joining us tonight. I'm going to let her hop on and say what her role is in the Have Your Cake and Eat It Too team.
Yes, I actually am on the sales team, and I do the discovery calls, and I pretty much bring clarity to people and help them out to achieve their goals. I also do the sales coaching calls as well. So those are my roles. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I do the dishes at home.
Those are also important.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. We also have Chelsea joining us tonight. So Chelsea, would you like to say hello and share more about yourself?
Hi, I'm Chelsea. I'm one of the students in the academy. Yeah. So I'm here to tell my experience about being in the academy.
Awesome.
How great it is.
Yes, well, thank you for joining us on such short notice this evening. Tiffany is not feeling well, and we had wanted to start chatting with some of our Bookkeeper Academy students and letting them share why they decided to join the Bookkeeper Academy, share their background and how many clients and stuff they have now. So if you have any questions for Chelsea as we go through this live, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. And we have lots of people watching so far. So, so hello to everyone hopping on. So Chelsea, I have a few questions that I'm going to ask you, and then Eileen is going to kind of ask you some as we go along too. So first, kind of explain to us what your background was or is.
So I wasn't in accounting or anything. I do have a associate's in business, but I also have a bachelor's in early childhood education. I have a home daycare, like a small home daycare. I only have 2 other kids. So I'm a mom of 3, ages 6, 4, and 1. And then I watch a 2-year-old and a 9-month-old. So I have 5 kids here all day. I am going to stop babysitting April 30th. Very excited. I am nervous about telling them next week. But that's exciting because I do make more bookkeeping now than I do babysitting. But so yeah, I have that little bit of education from the business associates, but otherwise I've been doing home daycare since my daughter was born or before, when I was pregnant with her, actually, and she's 6. And she's actually home this year because we're homeschooling due to COVID. So it gets a little crazy here. But so I'd thought about doing bookkeeping for a long time. And I came across Tiffany in a homeschooling group.
Mhm.
And she's like, yeah, I teach people how to do bookkeepers or be bookkeepers. I'm like, really? And then I read her little short book and joined the group. That was the beginning of it. That was in August of 2020.
Awesome.
And then I bought the I don't remember what exactly it's called, but it's like your self-pace course that teaches you.
Yep, the Bookkeeper Course, the do-it-yourself course. Awesome.
Yeah, I got that in August and got like all my back office stuff set up. Launched my business September 1st of 2020, and I joined the academy in November. And I am so glad I did.
We are so glad that you did too. That's awesome. So what made you decide? You took the do-it-yourself course and you started doing everything on your own, got your back office set up. What made you decide that you wanted to invest in the Bookkeeper Academy?
Well, I kind of had always wanted to do the academy because I liked how much support it had. It was kind of convincing my husband because it is a big commitment. But once he kind of saw like how much support I got, like we have office hours 3 times a week, which is when you can just go in. We have Zooms like this. You can go in and we can ask questions that we need. You can request breakouts with student mentors. If you have something that you need, like share your screen for. So that's very helpful. We also have mindset call Zooms on Mondays. I actually missed this Monday. I'm like halfway through watching the replay. I had to go get
It was a great call though, wasn't it?
Yes, so
amazing.
far. Yeah, we had a guest speaker this week. Because usually it's just like we do like a book club and we kind of talk about that, a mindset book club. We talk about that or just what might be on our minds that we need work on. But we did have a guest speaker this week and I had to miss it because I was getting my first vaccine. So, but I'm like halfway through watching the replay and it's been pretty good. So we have those 3. And then we have this sales training with Eileen. And then on Saturdays, Becca has, if you need help setting up that back office and stuff. I haven't done most of those because I had my back office already set up. Yeah. But it is nice to have that option. Like it's so much support. And then I've run into issues like that I haven't known if I hadn't joined the academy.
I hope that's your husband.
Yes, it is. He just got on.
Would he answer some questions?
I'll have to text him and ask him because he just got home. He dropped the dog off. But I'll tell him to come back here.
Well, so you had said that it kind of, one of the reasons why it kind of took you a little bit to join the Bookkeeper Academy is because you had to convince your husband, or not really convince, but just share with him all of the awesome things that are included. We have several of people of those on our discovery calls. They're really interested, but their husband's, a little bit leery. And I'm sure Eileen has had a few of those too. We talk about that. Our sales team chats daily and communicates via Voxer. So that is one thing. So I'm sure we have some awesome people in here who would love to hear how.
Just a sec.
No worries.
But yeah, after he found out.
And I hope we have some spouses on this call as well. Yeah. It'd be great for them to ask questions.
Yeah. Yeah. He just got home, so they would ask you some questions. Let me,
Hello.
he can hear you now.
Hi.
This is me.
Hello.
Hi.
So I am Tiffany, and we have Eileen as well, and you are live in our Facebook group with us. So I was just curious, as a spouse, what convinced you to hop on board with Chelsea and go for the Bookkeeper Academy?
Honestly, I kind of just trusted Chelsea. When I first heard about it, there was a part of me that was a little skeptical, because you hear about a lot of different things that people can do to make money while working from home. And I know it had been something she'd been interested in for a while, but I like I said, I was a little skeptical. I was like, I want to make sure that she did her research. But when she kind of told me about it, I said, sounds like she looked into it, and if she trusted it, then I was going to trust her.
Awesome. What advice would you give the spouses who are kind of on the fence about letting their spouse make that investment?
I would say support your spouse, and trust them. It was a big decision, but honestly, it was a fantastic decision. She's been a lot happier. It's worked out really well for us. I think it's just take the jump together and trust your spouse.
Can you tell me a little bit more about how it worked out for you when you say it worked out well? Can you get more specific on that?
Sure. Yeah. So, like I said, and one of the big things is that Chelsea's just a lot happier. I've noticed. I think some of that is, just having a little bit more adult interaction than she got with the daycare. But I think there's also, she has something that challenges her that she enjoys. But also, honestly, we're making more than we have been with the daycare, and that's been really good too. Is kind of having, we were doing fine, and I was always going to support if she wanted to keep doing the daycare. Us, living with the income that we had, but it's nice having a little more money, and that's part of what I wasn't sure about is how well would it work out, and it has. It's worked out financially, which obviously is ultimately the goal when you're working is to make some money. But yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you. And
Yeah.
Chelsea, I do want to ask you, like, what were your goals to actually starting the bookkeeping business?
My first goal was to make as much as I made babysitting, so I could stop babysitting. But then my next goal was to make the same as what he was making before he just got a raise. So that we kind of had that normal two income house instead of me just bringing in a little bit of money. I haven't quite met that second goal, but I am pretty close.
Yeah.
You're definitely on track.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Eileen, do you have any other questions before we let him go, since we brought him on unknowingly?
We roped him in.
Yeah.
Mostly for Chelsea. I did want to ask you, like, you haven't even been in business a year. I mean, it's you started in August, and it's been, I guess, about 6-7 months. But where do you think you'll end up a year from when you started?
So I have big goals. I have my whole little goal sheet.
Do you have a vision board?
I do. Well, I don't have like one of those big ones. I made one like on a Word document.
Okay.
And I have that printed out right over there.
Awesome.
On that vision board, I have like my monthly goals, and beside it, I have what I actually made. And I haven't written in for March yet, but it's going to be above. I'm already halfway into my April goal. So
wow. That's awesome.
Great. And why do you think this has been working for you, Chelsea?
Are we good done with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yes, thank you so much. We love to kind of have the spouses come on and give so thank you for being so willing to do that when you didn't have
Happy to help.
a heads up.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you.
Just figured I'd let him go play his video games, have his downtime now.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, so what was
Yeah,
it?
why do you think you're being successful in this? What's your secret?
I market a lot.
Uh-huh.
I've actually, well, the last 2 weeks I haven't because I've had some cleanups to do. But I market a lot from my phone so that I can still be there for the kids since I still am babysitting. I still have 5 kids to watch. But like I want this, so I'm making it work. I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we've made a new goal of we want to try to buy a new house around May next year. So we have to meet a certain number to save for the down payment every month. So that's been helping. It's like, nope, I got to get that. Got to get to that.
Do you think you would have met your same goals in we call it the DIY course? It's called the bookkeeping course, and did not join the academy? Could you have done that?
Probably not. I've run into some things like that I didn't know how to do, and having like the office hours and the support group has helped answer those. So it's both given me the confidence that I know I'm doing it, and also like I know I'm doing it right. And in the academy also, if I ever have a question about a new client, if I've done their books right, you can submit once per client to have like your books looked at to make sure you're like categorizing things right and you're putting everything in the right spot, pretty much doing everything right. They look at it and they tell you if you need to fix anything, and that's nice. I haven't done it for all my clients, but I've done it for a few, and it gives you that confidence to know that you're doing it correctly. And with finances, sometimes it can be a scary thing sometimes.
I'll bet. Are we getting, I can't, for some reason, my chat is up, but I'm not seeing anyone on chat. Are we getting any questions there, Tiffany? Because I didn't want to.
Yeah, we have a few questions. So let me reiterate what Chelsea was talking about with having someone from our team go in and check your books. When you join the Bookkeeper Academy, you get financial statement reviews. So someone from our team is going to go in and look at your clients' books and give you any feedback, advice, things you need to change, etc. on that. So yeah, I have my phone pulled up. So Patty asked, so where has been a good source of the clients you have gotten since you've started business? And I will say Chelsea and I are from the same city. So we are in a lot of the same Facebook groups. And that girl markets like crazy. She is constantly adding feedback to groups, and she's not always posting about her business, guys. She is posting to get engagement. Valentine's Day, you had what, a favorite candy or something, one that had
Valentine's Day I had how long have you been with your significant other?
Yeah.
But significant was spelled wrong, and people told me, and my spell checker person is my husband. So I'm like, well,
get him back in the
room. So I'm like, oh well, my editor missed that, aka my husband. It was perfect. Yeah, Fridays I like to post in groups that it has nothing to do with business. It's just like to kind of get people's faces in there. A couple that I've used recently is one that I stole for someone else in the group. is a corner brownie or a center brownie. That one blows up.
Center for sure.
Me too. And then the next week I did the hot topic of if pineapple goes on pizza. So just like fun things on Fridays. That's kind of like, okay, let's just see new faces in groups that you don't always see even. So.
Right. So besides like Facebook groups, is there anywhere else that you market?
I do a lot of Facebook groups. And there are some groups that like I really only can post that non-businessy one. They won't let me post really anything bookkeeping because I market to a lot of real estate agents and investors. So I'm in some of those groups. So if they ask for like accountant, I can comment, but I can't really post much about mine. Right. So what I do is I go through just friend everyone from that group. And then I talk to them in Messenger, which that has been very productive for me. I've gotten a lot of feedback with that. And I do that same kind of thing, kind of cold friending in LinkedIn too. I do it with both Facebook and LinkedIn. And when I do talk to them in Messenger, both of them, like LinkedIn, they're going to know I'm a bookkeeper because it says it right under there. But like Facebook, I won't even mention I'm a bookkeeper until they ask me what I do. I'll just kind of talk to them, thank them for connecting because I know we're both business owners. But I won't tell them I'm even a bookkeeper until like the conversation's died, and I tell them like the next day, I'm like, oh, by the way, I'm a bookkeeper. If you ever need help, just let me know.
Right.
Sort of thing. And it's worked real well for me because it's not being too pushy, because people are if you're too pushy, you're like, oh no, I don't want to talk to you.
Yes, you don't want to be spammy for sure. Yeah. So Patty was just getting ready to ask she said most groups that you can post, and I think it's Shayna, is how you say her name, was going to ask you about what kind of content you post on your business page. So
lots of tips.
Yeah, Chelsea posts bookkeeping tips, but like she also said, she posts funny things or just engagement type of posts to get people talking.
I do 3 posts a week that I put on both my business page and I put them on my personal. I don't share them, but I post them in both places. Something about Facebook algorithm. Yeah. But like on Monday and Wednesday, I'll put either a bookkeeping tip or just like a businessy sort of tip. One of my favorites is always keep your business and personal accounts separate. I think I do that one every month. And then Fridays I do my fun one. And then other times I'll post like pictures of my kids and random things too. But I do at least those 3 a week.
Awesome.
And it doesn't have to take too long to make this. I usually take like one day at the end of the month. Oh, I need to do that for next month actually. And I like make them all and I schedule them out so that I know when they're going out, and then I share it everywhere and copy paste or whatever. But like I don't have to worry about it every day or whatever. I do one day, that's what I do, and sort of thing.
Awesome. Yes. So Shayna asked if you can't share. There are some Facebook groups that only have particular days that you can share about your business. And then like one of our local groups calls it a spam day. So you can spam people and tell them about your business and what you do. And like Chelsea said, she goes in there and just comments on people's things. She posts questions just to get people engaging. And then she starts those conversations in Messenger without being spammy. So yes, you can do that. It just depends on the group, and you can usually find their rules in their rules section.
Yeah.
Eileen, do you have anything that you want to add to that?
As far as marketing, it's very important. What I have noticed is our successful students, especially in the beginning, because it's not like you need hundreds of clients to make this work and to make a really good living. You know, we talk about even to make 100,000 a year, 20 clients. That's not a lot of clients. Not a lot at all. But in the beginning, it's more important, and you'll probably work harder.
Yeah. And a lot of my marketing I can do straight from my phone. Like I do like all my marketing straight from my phone. So it's you have to do it like every day, or at least like every business day. I don't do it on the weekends that much, but you have to like be consistent and do it. So, and that's where it pays off. I have someone who's signing on here pretty soon. I talked to her last year and she came back now that she's ready, sort of thing. So it's letting them know, and sometimes they come back to you because they know about you.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, Lydia asked, are you mostly contacting clients from your state?
Well, I am in the Kansas City area, so it is a big area. So I don't specifically stay just in my state because we do have the Kansas side and the Missouri side. But most of the groups I am in are in my area just because it's a big area. But I do have a client that I already have one client that he lives in California. He has rental properties, and he happens to have properties in Kansas City. I don't know why, but I do have him already signed on, and that new one that I'm going to be signing on, she's East Coast. I don't remember exactly where, but so I don't necessarily, I tell people like I can work with, since I'm virtual, I can work with anyone in the United States because I don't want to work with other currencies. But I do market to a lot of people in my area just because I'm in a big metro area. It's
Right.
really.
Lydia asked how many discovery calls you do a week.
Right now, I'm not doing very many because I've got like 3 2020 cleanups that I'm working on. So I've kind of paused my marketing the last couple weeks. But there were some weeks that I only usually schedule discovery calls either at 8 o'clock in the morning when my kids are still eating breakfast and still kind of distracted, 1:15 during nap time, or there's a couple days a week I'll do 6:30 at night. And then there's been a couple times I've done like weekend ones. But I only have those 3 available unless I make some kind of exception. But there have been days that I have, or many weeks that I have one at 1:15 is my most popular one, every day of the week, and then some at the other times too. So there have been plenty of weeks I've had 8 discovery calls in 1 week.
Awesome. So how long did it take you to get that first client?
My very first client I actually had like when I opened.
Okay.
I did some marketing before I officially opened in those Facebook groups, and I found a very small, she was just opening, she didn't know how to do her books, sort of thing. So she's a very small client, but she covered all my expenses, which is what I was excited about. So I did have her right from the beginning. I didn't get another client until January. But I went from that one client to, let me look at my notes, how many clients I have now.
That was my next question.
I currently have 13 clients that's with 15 businesses, because 2 of them have 2 businesses. I do have a lot of smaller clients because the goal, I know we teach, the goal is to be about 300 a month. I do have a lot of those that would be more quarterly 300, so they're like 100 a month. But the time equals out. Like I'm in their books 5 minutes a week, if that. And so if you put that, I'm getting paid $100 for 30 minutes a month. Maybe 40 if you count like reconciling everything at the end of the month and making sure like double checking and actually sending them their reports. But still, $100 for 40 minutes a month is not bad. So I do have
clients add up. Yeah. Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
those little, and they're easy too. The little ones, they're so easy. So I know a lot of this course teaches those 300 clients, which helps add it up quicker. But even if you have a lot of those smaller clients, the time is going to be the same as if you had those 300 clients. So, because I have about 13, 15 businesses, and I'm thinking I'm still cleaning up a few of them because some of them just signed like last week. And I'm thinking after I get everything cleaned up, it's going to be like 5 hours a week for all that.
All 15 of them.
Yes. And that's, what is my reoccurring? My reoccurring is $3,144 a month right now.
Awesome.
So
So you are making over $3,000 a month and working how many hours?
I think it's going to be about 5 hours a week. Right now I'm doing a little bit more because I'm doing those cleanups. I'm working hard and trying to get the cleanups done. But like I had 3 clients for cleanups to do their 2020s. And that was a total of $2,700 right there just to do their cleanups. So it adds up quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. So typically you can charge more for cleanup, right? Because they're wanting a year or years worth of cleanup work done.
Yeah.
And
some of those they hadn't even been open all year last year. So.
Right. So awesome. That is awesome. So how many hours again?
I'm thinking about 5.
5 hours
is what I'm guessing.
Per week. Awesome. That is so cool. Guys, why are you not joining us yet? Is what I want to know.
Well, let me ask you this as well, because what other skill sets do you need in business other than bookkeeping? And have we helped you with those?
You need to be organized, and some of the you need to be organized, and you need to know how to maximize your time. That's been a big one. Like I just got Money Thumb, which I probably would never have known about if I hadn't gotten in this academy, and it saves so much time. It's Money Thumb is when you can transfer your PDF like statements into CSVs so that you can upload them to QuickBooks.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. Instead of doing it all by hand,
save so much time.
like that could take you hours, you do it in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's like worth the $200. So much. So time management, we do have this mindset, which helps like just get your mindset to know, help you focus on what you need to focus. The very first book we did this year was called The Secret. And that was something I pulled very much out of that was I've got my little like, these potentials are my clients, like saying like those sort of things, like bringing it into existence. So those have been a couple of things that I can think of.
Awesome. Renee wants to know, do you use your website?
So I don't have the website that goes with the program because I already had I'd already set up my website and I already got compliments from it. I've had some people look at it, and they also ones that have asked about it, so that like refer people to me, sort of thing. But I don't use it a whole ton. I know some people who do have the website through the program. They have that onboarding process, and they do use that, and they do like that a lot. I already had my process. So.
Right. Yeah, so Chelsea's kind of a little bit different because she had done the DIY courses first and kind of set up all the back office stuff. But when you join the Bookkeeper Academy, you get our one program to rule them all, which is where our team builds you a beautifully put together, customized website. And that website allows your client to onboard, and they can even pay directly from your website. So if you have a full-time job or just a stay-at-home on anything, you could literally be getting clients and not having to get all of that information from them, because they have to input that all before moving on for your services. So,
and I have to tell you, it being in sales, sometimes you have to chase people, and it's time consuming. It's a pain in the butt. When a website does the chasing for you,
yeah.
so much easier.
Yep, I just haven't done that part, but you don't necessarily have to have a website to do this.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
True.
It's nice, and it kind of, some people, it helps, it gives you that boost of confidence, and it might make you look a little more legit or whatever, but you don't have to have it. Like, I don't think I've gotten anyone actually, I may have had 3 emails from it or something. Like, I haven't gotten a ton from it, so it's there to be there.
Yeah, it's definitely not needed at the beginning. And if you're spending tons of hours on it, go market, go start networking, go do something else, and leave your website for our team to do if you join the academy, or come back to it at a later time.
Yeah, don't stress about that.
Yes, definitely. Someone asked, I'm trying to find the comment now. What are the businesses that all your clients are in? So I know you said you focus, your niche is real estate, but do you have a wide variety of clients?
Oh, yes. I tell people, so I market to real estate agents and investors. But because I market in those kind of groups, I also get everyone who's marketing to them. So I get, all those contractors and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a whole ride. I have agents and I have investors. I also have a waxing salon. I've got coaches, an editor, a guy who builds fences. Let me look. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. I've got someone who lends the monies to the investors. Oh, and I have an insurance agency.
Awesome. So a wide variety of clients. And that's kind of what we always say too, is that having a niche is nice, but you could be losing out on lots of potentials that you would really enjoy working with. So yeah, it's good to have. And I don't really know if anyone in our academy, I mean, you guys all have your own that you really enjoy working with, but I can't think of anyone off the top of my head who has one specific.
They were all kind of we might market towards a certain one,
right,
but we'll help anyone.
Right, exactly.
That's what I tell people when they're like, who can I refer to you? I'm like, this is who I market to, but I will help anyone that needs it.
Right.
Absolutely. I do get a question and from some people, they feel that marketing is not only the hurdle of knowing how to do it, but also talking to people because they're introverts.
Mm-hmm.
I am too. This whole pandemic stay in her house, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. And that's what I say too, is
me too. I'm an introvert.
can be like this, like small groups and Zooms, great. But if you get me in like a big group, I'm the one that kind of watches until I'm comfortable,
Mhm.
Yeah.
sort of thing. So
If there's one positive to COVID, it's been having to do, for the introverts starting their business, it's actually been kind of easier because you don't
everything's
have to
Zoom.
go to these huge networking events to market yourself. You can send someone a Facebook message or post in a Facebook group and you're networking, so.
Or if you do go to like a network, it's all Zoom right now. They
Right.
understand like kids in the background. They understand that now.
Yeah.
So it's like the perfect time
Yes.
for all
That's
that.
what yes. Yeah. All right. So Willow said this is really encouraging to know. I was almost starting to feel reluctant to add smaller clients, but if you really only need to be in their books for such a short time, then it's all worth it.
The key is to actually know that they are those smaller clients.
Yeah.
Make sure you're not just pricing them lower and they are going to be more work. But if they're really, they really are that small of a client and they're small, they're easy, go for it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Now, Samantha has asked, she said, I've been wanting to do bookkeeping as a way to work from home and stay with the kids and have a life. But how do you think you differ from other bookkeeping programs, aside from cost? So my answer to that question is we are all, so Tiffany Higgins, if you don't know who that is, she is the founder of the Have Your Cake and Eat It Too Stay-at-Home Bookkeeper Academy. She is a mom. So we are all moms, so we get that. But we also have a lot of men and grandparents who are joining us too. So I think that is one way that we kind of stand out from the others, is that we've all kind of know what it's like to be a mom and to be a business owner too. Eileen, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, basically, we're a good mix. We're very open. Tiffany is very responsive to her students. And we're all, it really comes from the top. We're so laser focused on helping our students and bending over backwards for them.
Right.
And I've never seen so much dedication, and I've worked in many places, to helping as well. And we put that first, really.
Yeah, she is an amazing person. You will see from the live, she's constantly adding new things. And yeah, we are here to make sure that you guys have a successful business, and we want you to be successful. And yeah, we just have ample amounts of support for you guys to be able to make sure that you are meeting those goals. Chelsea, did you look at any other programs before deciding on ours?
Just saw like the ads and stuff, and you never could really trust it. But since I found Tiffany like organically,
Right.
I trusted her more.
Okay.
And we happen to have graduated from the same high school, so
Yeah.
that helps.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Different years. We didn't even go to school together, but
Awesome. So Emily has a question, and she said, what is your best advice for anyone without any experience in the field that is still wondering whether or not they can learn the work?
join the academy. Teach you how to do the work. And once you get in, like, the courses give you a very good basis of what to do. And once you get into someone's books, you learn it pretty quickly. And those small clients are really good first ones too, because you kind of learn some of those simple things without having like a bunch thrown at you right at once. Not saying a bigger client's not good to have. I just signed a really huge one out, and I'm learning a ton from it. But as far as not getting like that shell shock sort of thing, those little ones are always good. Kind of start off and you get in and you're like, oh, this is what she was talking about.
Awesome. And someone else had asked before, a little while up in the comments, how long did it take you to catch on?
I mean, I kind of got it. I'd had some of those accounting classes back with my associate's degree, so I kind of got the gist. It's like, okay, I kind of get that. But once you get a few clients and it really starts clicking a lot. Like you can do their work fine, and especially with the support of the academy. Like if you have any questions, great about answering them. But once you get kind of those few clients and you kind of like, oh, I know what I'm doing, and you start like figuring out the problems yourself too.
Mm-hmm.
Like they used to be like any little problem I needed help with, and I still did ask. Like this last week I had some problem I couldn't. PayPal can be fun. It was a PayPal thing, and I was like, I still asked about it, and everyone kind of PayPal can get brought in different ways, so you kind of get two different answers sometimes with that. But I figured it out, and it was good, and good feeling, because I kind of knew it's like, okay, if I press this, maybe I'll get to what I need, and I got there. So you start, after a few clients, you start getting to where you kind of have that confidence to figure out, and you kind of know the back work, so you can figure it out and you get it. I don't know if that made any sense.
And you can also on the Zoom calls, the office hours, you can actually show your screen.
Yes,
And if you're at all lost and you're worried, it's almost like having somebody looking over your shoulder, really guiding you.
Yeah, those breakouts are great. I have one scheduled every day this week.
A breakout? Yeah.
Yes, because I got a big client I'm doing things for right now. And their old bookkeeper ghosted them and did not do things right. Okay. Half their bank accounts didn't have half the transactions in them. So it's been fun. Just found out today there was a whole month missing in one of the bank accounts.
Well, that leads to a question that I have. Have you run into a lot of competition from other bookkeepers and maybe even CPAs?
I actually work with like 4 different CPA, tax pro people. I have 2 CPAs, an EA, and just a tax pro I work with. The tax pro I work with the most. But so some CPAs and them will do bookkeeping in-house, but especially this time of year, they don't have time for it and they want to outsource it. The tax pro that I have worked with, and she's trying to get me in her BNI. She's has me on a cleanup job. I'm doing another cleanup job he signed up for monthly too from her. Mm-hmm. So I haven't had too much there. There's so many business owners. And there's, like I said, I'm in the Kansas City area. And even just in the academy, there's a few of us in this area. I want to say there's at least 5. There might be more. I mean, we might be in some of the same networking groups. But we're there. If you have the mentality of you're there to support each other, then you're going to be fine, because different people are going to mesh with different personalities.
That's true. Very true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, you want to if someone's talking to multiple bookkeepers, you want to make sure they know it's someone who's going to do their books right. Because one of my clients I did get, because he talked to someone else and was like, this doesn't sound right. And I'm like, yeah, that's not right. She was telling him something like he didn't have to 1099 people if you paid them through Venmo, but you do. You don't if it's on a credit card or through PayPal, but you do with Venmo. So, but I was in the academy and I could find that out easily.
Yes.
There you go.
Could
There
post
you
those
go.
questions. Yeah.
Yeah, so you definitely want to make sure if they're talking to multiple people that they know they're going to get their stuff's going to get done right, because there is people out there that won't do it right. But like I don't think I've ran into any of the people that are in this free group, because I know there's some free people that are in the free group. There's some people that are in the academy in my area. As long as you have the mentality that you're there to support, there's plenty of businesses.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. All right.
Drive down the street, there's like 20 there.
Yes. So Samantha said she apologized. She wasn't trying to advertise another company, was just asking a serious question. Samantha, did that answer your question? Would you like some more of kind of what sets us apart? We'd love to hop on a discovery call with you. Myself, Eileen, and we also have Shireen and Nagin on our sales team that hop on discovery calls. As soon as I'm done with this live, I will post the link and you can hop on a discovery call. We love to chat with you and see if our program is a good fit for you. I think you saw, so Josie asked about, what is your associate's degree in again, Chelsea?
It's just in business.
Okay.
So I took some of those accounting classes. It was just kind of a overall. I knew I wanted to have like a home daycare, so I thought it was paid for. So
Okay. Awesome. So you just answered a question. And I think you say Ro, I apologize if I'm saying your name incorrectly. She said, is it necessary to incorporate, or is sole proprietary okay just starting out, and is liability insurance recommended?
I'm an LLC.
Yeah.
That protects you so that if someone sues you, they can't come after like your personal stuff. And I know every state's different. I think I'm in Missouri, and I think it was like $50, but I do know California is like 800.
Yes.
So
Eileen is in California. She can vouch.
She's got that sunlight still, and we're in the dark.
Right. Yeah, so we always recommend that you start off as an LLC just to protect yourself liability wise. We also go through that in our Bookkeeper course, as well as that is included in our Bookkeeper Academy. We walk you through how to set up your LLC. You can check out the prices. I am working on posting a file in the free group so that you can just go to the file and check out the price for your state. But yeah, it varies depending on state. Missouri, I think, is like the cheapest at $50, whereas where Eileen lives is $800 if you're in California.
Yeah, to mention that again, right?
And you definitely want to get E&O insurance also.
Yes.
Which I know a lot of us get it, including me, got it through John Olson? Yeah.
Yeah, I will tag him in this comment thread, and I'll also post. He has helped probably hundreds of our students in here.
And it's not too expensive usually either.
Yeah, it's not.
You don't technically need it until your first client.
Exactly. Yeah, that can be an expense that you hold off until you get that first client. But John has put together a handy little link that you can fill out to get more information from him, and he will send you a quote. He actually just posted in the group a couple hours ago that he had caught up on all of our quotes for our group. So let's keep him busy with working with us. So I will drop that in. Yes, Patty, I will post John Olson's name. I'll tag him. My So we've been traveling for the last 3 weeks with Tiffany, herself, and her family, and my computer decided to like not charge for like the second week that we were there. So like I'm trying not to use too much in case if it decides to go again. So as soon as I'm done, I will get that posted. And I'm super excited. I'm gonna give Juanita Woods a shout out because she and I jumped on a discovery call last week, and she joined our academy today. So whoop whoop. We are so excited for you to join us. All right. If you guys have any other questions for Chelsea, like they're flowing in now. And so I don't want to keep Chelsea super
Everyone's
late.
asleep. We're good.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to catch these up. They just keep coming on.
I'm here for it. I said they're all asleep. We're
ready.
good. All kids are asleep. It's the best time of the day. It's quiet.
Right, I know. Okay, so Samantha said, sorry, her connection was messing up and she didn't hear the answer, but she will go back and listen and book a discovery call when she has a chance. Hi, Angela. Thank you for welcoming me back home. I know you are excited. We need to book a call to chat. Yeah, we're excited to be home, but we put together a trampoline today outside, and I left my husband out there because we've been in California with Eileen. We actually got to meet face to face the first week that I was in California, so that was nice. We've been California, we went to Las Vegas, we've been to Arizona, New Mexico, and we've been in Texas for the last week, and I am missing the sunshine and warmth. So
I know it got cold today.
yeah,
It's
like,
been warm. It got cold today.
Right.
It was a beautiful day here, just so you know.
Don't make me
It
fly back
depends
out,
the day
Eileen.
here. We'll have warm days and then like, I think it's supposed to be real good, nice though this weekend. So that'll be nice for Easter.
My kids are already begging to go back and live in an RV. So,
Tiffany's is like a big one, isn't it? She said it like beds like 11 people.
Yeah, she's got a 32-foot RV, I think.
And
so.
It's wrapped.
It is gorgeous.
With like
in our logo. Yeah, I'll have to post the post up so everyone can see
cool.
It is cool. And while we were on our trip, we actually had someone book a call because they saw us driving down the highway. So they called to book a discovery call to see what we were about. So that was really
cool.
super
It's working.
Exciting. Yeah.
I have my name and like my business name, my name and my number on the back of our cars now.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's great.
Awesome. So Bonnie asked that she hasn't asked John, but she plans to. However, does anyone know if John's coverage includes payroll if they offer that services? I am not exactly sure of that answer, but I will definitely tag him and let him answer that question.
I did tag him higher.
Okay.
I just had his name. That's all.
Perfect. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't have anyone on payroll yet. Everyone who has payroll is just taking care of themselves. So I don't know that one.
Okay. Awesome. Patty said, thanks, I'll need to run. I'll catch the replay. And Samantha also asked if the program is a tax write-off.
Well, if you call it continuing education, sure.
Yeah. So that one has a little bit of a different answer depending on who you ask. You can consider it continued education if you have your business set up beforehand. But yes, that could be a tax write-off.
You can call it continued education or startup fees if you started up then.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there are ways to do it.
Yes, my CPA does things like that.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Has no qualms about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you have a good CPA, they will get that figured out for you. Eileen, do you have any other questions for Chelsea?
I have one question. And this is kind of theoretical. Had you not joined the academy and did this on your own, I know you could do it. What do you think you would have spent even more money making mistakes?
I probably would have quit.
Oh,
Well, at least I wouldn't have taken anyone else on. I might have just had that one small client. Like, I would have run into things. I'm like, I don't know how to do this. Or how to code certain things. Because a lot of it, like, it gets, once you get over that hurdle of kind of learning a business, some things get repetitive. Like, you kind of know, like, my first client was the waxing salon. So I kind of know, like, when all her supplies come in, I know what it is.
Yeah.
But there's times that things come in and you're like, what? And they'll tell you, like, you can ask the client, like, what is this? And they'll tell you, and it's like, okay, thanks. And then you're like, what do I code that to?
mm-hmm.
I've had some of those this week with my big client, like how to code them putting money into transferring money from their business to another business that they partially own. And how to code that. I wouldn't have known that without the academy sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I probably would have made it.
Thank you. Thank you.
At least not grown like I have.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah,
Rhonda said, oh, go for it.
no, I don't have any other questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Rhonda says, it sounds like the support of the group is worth the cost of the program.
Yes.
And I would highly agree, Rhonda. Chelsea, is there any piece of advice that you would give those who are on the fence about joining?
It's worth it. Not only have, I mean, just from January, before January, I was only making $100 a month. Like I said, it was a very small client. And now I'm up to 31 something. And that's in 3 months. So, and that's with the knowing I have the back support group, and that helps sometimes getting clients, telling them that if I don't know something, I have this whole group of other bookkeepers, of CPAs that help me if I don't know anything, and they might know it. I also tell them they help me with marketing and mindset sort of thing. But having that support to know you're doing something right, and it's a great group of mostly women. We do have a few guys, but we all just really support. We like, not only in the group do we ask questions of things, and you'll get answers from both the student mentors and from other students that have learned it already, but like, you also can post your wins or your struggles, and we're there to help each other too, and cheer each other on when we have good things too. So it's a good group.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to, if you have any final questions to ask Chelsea, feel free to post them, and I'm going to let her go here in a second. But I am going to start a screen share, and I'm just going to go over everything that we offer and kind of explain more. And then if you have any questions about that, feel free to post them in the chat below. So the Bookkeeper course is our DIY course that we keep mentioning. That is on your own. You get several courses that teach you the basics, how to become a QuickBooks expert. You also get the how to set up your bookkeeping business, all of that back office stuff, setting up your LLC. Also go over pricing and packaging, how to onboard those clients. and then how to market your business. The Bookkeeper Academy, which is what Chelsea is in, is this middle column right here. So you get everything that is included over here. You get 12 months of support in our secret support group. You will get those 5 or 6 weekly Zoom calls. So that mindset call, those 3 open office hour calls where you can hop on and ask questions. You can also request a breakout room. You get the amazing sales call training with Eileen herself.
Thank you.
On Saturdays, you get the how to set up your back office and all of the techie type of questions. You get unlimited help from our team with your very first client, that customized website, which is our one program to rule them all that allows your client to onboard, our library of resources, which is all of our Zoom calls that we have ever done in the almost 2 years that the Stay-at-Home Bookkeeper Academy has been in business. And they're transcribed and searchable. So if you have a payroll question or a marketing question, you can search that and it's going to bring you to every Zoom call that we've ever discussed your topic that you're looking for. A quoting tool, which is awesome because quoting yourself. And we're actually running that really cool contest right now that to see how many no's that you get.
Yes, I didn't even mention that.
Yeah. So we're running a really cool contest too, because our goal is to get you out there and get you networking with other businesses. And so the contest, I can't remember what the first winner got.
Well, I've been the winner both January and February.
Oh, nice. So what did you get, Chelsea? Do you remember?
She sent me a air fryer, but I got one for Christmas.
Okay.
So we returned that and just got a gift card.
Nice.
And then the second month they gave me a choice. It's like up to $100 of value. And they gave me a choice of a couple things. And I'm like, I don't need either of those. But I got a couple camping chairs because our camping chairs died. So some really
cool.
nice ones. So yep. But like I said, I haven't marketed for a couple weeks. So maybe people could like I felt bad including the second month.
Hey, when you fill out the information, you get some perks. So yeah, and that's another thing. Tiffany's constantly running contests and different things. You fill out questionnaires. She's going to send you something. She's got a delicious chocolate covered strawberry business that she works with.
Something right when I joined, and that was the prize. I was kind of thought that was not the prize this time because I'm allergic to chocolate.
Oh no.
But I remember Sam won that one, and she was
Yes.
pregnant at the time. So we're all like, yes, the pregnant person got the chocolate covered strawberry.
Yes. Yes. So that is everything that our academy entails. And then we also have our Mastermind program where you get to work directly one-on-one with Tiffany herself and a few other coaches. And so this is 8 weeks to transform your business. You get CFO courses, a tax prep course, and a money boot camp, which is really awesome. So that is everything that our Stay-at-Home Bookkeeper has for you. If you have any questions about any of those courses that we have, please drop them below. I will get those answered later when I hop on and check out the group. Eileen and I, and also we refer to them as the twins, Shireen and I, Nagin.
Because they are twins.
They are twins, yes. So we, the 4 of us, would love to hop on a discovery call and chat with anyone that has any questions. Mm-hmm. Eileen, do you have anything else that you would like to add to our life tonight?
No, I think, listen, there's no pressure with the discovery calls. We're really there to bring you some clarity and help you out.
Answer all the
Is this for you? Is this not?
Yeah.
We'll answer your questions, give you more specifics. And yeah, that's always my intention, to bring you clarity.
They'll answer any questions that you might have.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah. So yeah, we do those. We'd love to see you on a discovery call. If funding is an issue, we also
I was to
have
say we haven't talked about funding.
we
Oh,
also
yeah.
we also have a funding specialist that we have partnered with that would allow you to invest in our Bookkeeper Academy.
That's what I did.
So yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's how Chelsea was able to join. Do you
I signed up
wanna
with,
shoot?
through my husband
Yeah.
because I didn't make enough. But using my husband's income, we could do it that way.
Yeah.
And it was pretty easy once we did it that way. And it's a program where you can pay it off early.
Mhm.
Like I think I'll be paying mine off next month.
Nice.
Yes, excited because that puts more money in my pocket monthly.
Yeah.
That's right.
I've used my cleanup jobs to pay for that. So
Oh, awesome.
because those cleanup jobs are like a one-time thing.
Uh-huh.
So but yeah, that's how I did it. And those they're nice. Like we signed up through my husband, but I'm the one who talked to him the whole time.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you do have to tell them it's for a major purchase.
Mhm. Yeah.
Instead of exactly what it's for. But I mean,
Yeah.
they know the program too.
Yeah. Yeah, so we are in direct contact with them. We actually have a link for our program so that they know that you are coming from our program. So there are 2 requirements for funding, a 600 credit score, and then 35,000 in yearly revenue. And like Chelsea said, she didn't meet that revenue, but her husband did. And so you can use a spouse, a family member, or friend's information to get that approval. For the loan, there is no payment for 30 days. And when you join our Bookkeeper Academy, you are typically getting that first client within that first 30 days. So it's not even coming out of your family's personal finances. And like Chelsea mentioned, there is no prepayment penalty. So she's been able to pay that off. How long did you take out your loan for, Chelsea? If you don't mind sharing.
I think it was a year.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But
That's
I'm not
short term.
or no, it might have been longer. I think my goal is to pay it off in a year. That was it.
Okay. Yeah.
My goal is to pay it off within a year. But I think it was like 5 years.
Okay.
That you have to pay it off.
Mhm.
But there's no penalty to pay it off sooner. So
yeah,
that's always nice. Those are the kind of loans that are good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so even when you fill out the application to see if you want to do funding to join the academy, you don't have to go through with funding if you want to check out.
It's a soft credits.
Yeah, it's a soft credit
so.
check. So that's great too. And then if it's not something that you want, you don't have to agree and accept those terms. So
because other people have funded, haven't there been people that they've funded through just family members giving them the money, or as loans through like family members? Something about PayPal credit.
Yeah, PayPal has like a credit card system that you can do. Yeah, and we have the link too if you want to check out PayPal credit. I have that link as well. And then bank loans have been really great for a lot of our incoming students currently too.
Yes, 0% credit card. I've had a couple of people do that as well.
Oh,
so yeah, but we do have suggestions based on what we've learned from our students.
Yeah.
I think the credit card was next one I was going to look at if we didn't get with the loan. But we got the loan, so.
Yeah, awesome. All right. Well, I don't see any other questions coming in. I will go back through these, and you're doing a really good job of double tasking and answering them and being on live. So kudos to you.
That's what I used that gift card. I got a second screen.
My husband has one down here, but like I said, my computer has been so finicky that I was not going to jeopardize anything on live. If y'all didn't tune into the first time I did a live, I came in upside down. My whole computer, it was great.
I remember that. We couldn't, you got it fixed, but we're like, how did that happen?
So we were not taking chances on anything this evening. So, so yeah, thank you so much for joining Eileen and I on this live tonight on such short notice. I think I messaged you at like 2 p.m. So I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, so if you guys have any other questions for Chelsea, she is great at answering those. So feel free to drop them in the comments and I will tag those. Eileen, you have any final words for our group?
No, I hope to see people on discovery calls. I really enjoy talking to people. So
Yeah,
that's my final
yeah. All
final
right.
one for the evening. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you
You-
for having us all.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining me, guys. I have enjoyed it. And
Fun.
we will chat with everyone soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.